Picture this: two people deeply in love, yet constantly at odds because of simple misunderstandings. Sound familiar? Let's step into a world where love and confusion often dance hand in hand, where a couple, let's call them Alex and Taylor, navigate their relationship. They're enamored, quite the pair, but they often find themselves tangled in a web of miscommunication that leads to unnecessary conflict. It's not the grand disagreements that rock their boat, but the small, seemingly insignificant misunderstandings that build up over time. Imagine Alex comes home late from work, exhausted, and Taylor had been waiting to share news about a promotion. Taylor interprets Alex's tiredness as disinterest, while Alex, oblivious to Taylor's disappointment, heads straight to bed. A simple miscommunication, right? Yet it leaves both parties feeling unheard and unappreciated. Or consider this: Taylor sends a text to Alex expressing frustration about a tough day. Alex, in the middle of a meeting, responds with a short, "Sorry babe, we'll talk later." Taylor perceives this as dismissive, while Alex had every intention of discussing it in detail later. Again, a minor misunderstanding, but it sets the stage for feelings of resentment and disconnect. These scenarios, though commonplace, underscore a critical aspect of relationships: the importance of clear communication. It's not just about what is being said, but how it's being interpreted, how feelings are being acknowledged, and how responses are being crafted. These are the moments that can make or break relationships. Miscommunication, like in the story of Alex and Taylor, is a silent relationship killer. It's subtle, creeping in unnoticed until it's too late. But the good news is, it's preventable. With the right tools and understanding, we can transform these moments of disconnect into opportunities for growth and connection. If this scenario rings a bell, then stick around. Understanding how to communicate effectively in a relationship is crucial, and we're here to help. Building a strong foundation is the first step. Let's delve into the basics of effective communication. Imagine you're building a house. The first thing you do isn't to slap on a roof or paint the walls. You start with a solid foundation, right? The same goes for communication. It all starts with understanding the basics. 3 key cornerstones to consider are active listening, nonverbal cues, and expressing emotions. First up, we have active listening. This isn't just about nodding your head while the other person talks. It's about truly hearing what they're saying and showing that you understand. This could be through asking follow-up questions, paraphrasing their points, or even just a simple, "I see what you mean." By doing this, you're telling the other person, "I value what you're saying, and I'm here for you." Next, we have nonverbal cues. Now, this might seem a little less straightforward, but it's equally important. These are the silent signals that we send out without even realizing it. A furrowed brow, a crossed arm, a genuine smile, these all tell a story. By being aware of these cues, both in ourselves and others, we can get a clearer picture of what's really going on beneath the words. Finally, we have expressing emotions. It's easy to think that communication is all about facts and figures, but emotions play a huge role too. When we're able to express our feelings in a constructive manner, it opens up a whole new level of understanding. It's not just about saying, "I'm angry" or "I'm happy." It's about explaining why you feel that way and what the other person can do to help or support. So there you have it, the 3 cornerstones of communication: active listening, nonverbal cues, and expressing emotions. Each one is integral to building a strong foundation of effective communication. Remember, communication is not just about talking. It's about listening, understanding, and responding appropriately. Ever felt like you're talking but not being heard? That's where active listening comes in. Picture this scenario. You're sharing your day with someone. You're talking, they're nodding along, but when you ask for their opinion, they just give you a blank stare. Sound familiar? That's because they were hearing, but not really listening. Now let's flip the switch and talk about active listening. Active listening is more than just hearing the words someone says. It's about understanding the complete message being conveyed, both verbally and non-verbally. It's about focusing entirely on the speaker, showing empathy, and providing feedback that shows you've truly understood what they've shared. Imagine you're a detective and every conversation is a puzzle. Your job? To piece together the clues, the tones, the expressions, and the words to understand the full picture. That's active listening for you. Let's break it down further. Active listening involves 4 main steps. First, give your full attention. This sounds simple, but in our distraction-filled world, it's easier said than done. Put away your phone, turn off the television, and focus solely on the person speaking. Second, show you're listening. Use body language to show engagement. This could be as simple as nodding your head, maintaining eye contact, or leaning in slightly. Third, provide feedback. This could be a summary of what's been said, a question to clarify a point, or an expression of how the message made you feel. Lastly, respond appropriately. This isn't about giving advice or solving problems, but about providing an empathetic response that shows you understand and care. In the context of a relationship, active listening can be a game changer. It builds trust, fosters understanding, and strengthens connection. It shows your partner that their thoughts, feelings, and experiences matter to you. So how about it? Ready to upgrade your listening skills? Remember, active listening is not about perfection. It's about making a conscious effort to understand and connect with your partner on a deeper level. Active listening is a skill, and like any skill, it requires practice. So why not start today? Words are important, but they're not the only way we communicate. This truth is often forgotten in the hustle and bustle of our daily lives. Unspoken language or nonverbal communication plays a significant role in our interactions. It's the silent song we all dance to, whether we realize it or not. Nonverbal cues, such as body language, eye contact, and facial expressions, can speak louder than any words. They're the subtle signs that reveal what's really going on beneath the surface. By paying attention to these cues, we can gain a deeper understanding of others' emotions and intentions. It's like learning a new language, one that's universal and profoundly human. Let's take a simple example. Have you ever noticed how someone's eyes light up when they talk about something they love, or how their shoulders might slump when they're feeling down? These are nonverbal cues, signals that give us insight into their emotional world. But understanding nonverbal communication isn't just about observing others. It's also about being mindful of our own body language. Are our arms crossed, signaling defensiveness? Are we making eye contact, showing that we're engaged in the conversation? By being aware of our own nonverbal cues, we can communicate more effectively and authentically. Now, let's talk about emotions. Emotions are the colors of our inner world, and expressing them is a vital part of healthy communication. But it's not just about letting our feelings out. It's about doing it in a constructive and respectful way. It's about saying, I feel upset rather than, you made me upset. It's about taking ownership of our feelings and expressing them without blaming others. Emotions are not just reactions. They're messages from within, telling us about our needs, our values, and our desires. When we understand and express our emotions constructively, we're not just improving our communication, we're also fostering deeper connections, building trust, and cultivating a sense of understanding and empathy. Remember, emotions are a part of us. Understanding and expressing them constructively can make all the difference. So, let's embrace the unspoken language and let it enrich our relationships and our lives. Disagreements are inevitable, but it's how we handle them that truly matters. The strength of a relationship isn't measured by the absence of conflict, but by how we respond to it. How we communicate during times of disagreement can be the ultimate test of our relationship. So how do we navigate these turbulent waters? The answer is simple, yet profound: effective conflict resolution. This is where your communication skills are really put to the test. Firstly, it's crucial to approach disagreements with an open mind and a willingness to understand the other person's perspective. Yes, this can be challenging, especially when emotions are running high. But remember, it's not about winning or losing an argument. It's about reaching a mutual understanding and finding a solution that respects both parties' feelings and needs. Secondly, express your feelings and thoughts honestly, but respectfully. Use I statements instead of you statements. For instance, instead of saying, "You never listen to me," you could say, "I feel unheard when I speak about my concerns." This way you're expressing your feelings without blaming the other person. Thirdly, listen. Really listen. Active listening isn't just about hearing the words, it's about understanding the emotions, the unspoken feelings behind those words. It's about showing empathy and giving your partner the space to express themselves without interruption or judgment. Lastly, compromise. A relationship is a partnership, and sometimes you may need to meet halfway. Compromise doesn't mean giving up on your needs or feelings. It's about finding a middle ground where both parties feel heard and valued. Conflict doesn't have to be destructive. With effective communication, it can be an opportunity for growth. Remember, every disagreement is a chance to learn more about your partner, to strengthen your bond, and to deepen your understanding of each other. So embrace these moments, not as obstacles, but as stepping stones to a healthier, stronger relationship.